What is up, everybody? My name is Felipe Olvera, and today we're going to be checking out some small rig accessories for the Sony a6500. So I recently picked up the Sony a6500 and MC11 with the Sigma MC18-35, and I was looking for some options in order to increase durability and provide a protective layer between the camera body and the ground if I were to drop it. And so I did a lot of research, and a lot of people suggest that you pick up a small rig cage in order to provide for a heat sink. So if you're recording long 4K footage, the camera's going to get hot because it's such a small camera body and it's going at such a high rate of the processing power that's going to heat up. And so for the a6300 and a6000 series, there's a lot of overheating issues, and for the most part the a6500 has been resolved of those heating issues. But just in case, it's always a good idea to add an extra layer of protection and security. So let me go ahead and unbox this for you guys. So here's the Nato Handle 1955. I picked this up just so that way I could have a little bit more versatility with the camera cage. So that's pretty much what you're gonna get with the small rig unboxing right there for the Nato Handle. It's pretty simple, straight to the point, just because, you know, it is made up of aluminum alloy, so don't need too much flair or pizzazz for that. So here's the small rig cage, 1889. Small rig has come up with a couple other versions. This is the most recent, I believe, from Amazon. I picked it up recently. So there you go. That's the cage for the Sony a6500. So one thing that I was worried about when picking up this cage is if it was going to add some extra bulk to the a6500, but it doesn't look like it adds too much bulk. It still keeps with that mirrorless ideology of compact and portable. So it does add about 1/4 inch to 1/8 of an inch on all sides, so bottom, top, left, right. One thing that's very nice about the cage is that on the bottom there's a 1/4 inch screw to attach it to the a6500, but they also include an M2.5 screw over here on the side, so that way you can add some extra stability if you're doing some crazy movements or something like that. So yeah, the small rig cage does look pretty durable. It's, like I said, it's made of aluminum alloy. So if you drop it, you know, it's gonna provide some extra protectiveness and keep the longevity of your gear just a little bit longer. You know, it's like dropping a phone. You know, if you have a case on it, it's gonna protect it from cracking potentially. So always good to add some extra protection to your case, to your gear. There are plenty of 1/4 inch screws all along the top. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 5 on the side. There's 2 3/8 inch screws, and then 3 more on the back with a Nato handle, a rail on the side. And then the Nato handle goes up on top right here. And then there's 3, 6, 9, there's 10 on this side over here. And then there's plenty on the bottom, if you can see that, for 1/4 inch screws. So then you get a nice little cold screw right here. So let me go ahead and just throw that in the cage real quick. Put this in here. So you are going to want to have like a 1/4 or some type of flat head, or even a washer. You know, a lot of people just throw a washer on their keychain in order to throw that on there. So as you can see, like even with the 1/4 inch screw on there, it is a little bit loose, like if you were to have it on tripod or something. So that's where the M2.5 screw comes in handy. Accessibility for all buttons are pretty nice. Some people have said that, you know, they find that it blocks the C1 and C2 buttons, but unless you're going to have a huge monitor or something huge rigged up here, I don't see any blockage of that. Nice accessibility to the rotate button right here, and then the different modes button, on off switch, pretty essential. Small rig does include an M2.5 screw and Allen wrench in all of their accessories, so let me go ahead and just throw that in there. And there we have it. About 10 seconds to screw that in, and now we have some extra stability. Put that Allen wrench back in here. All right, onto the Nato handle. So this is pretty awesome. The Nato handle is going to provide a quick release on-off mechanism. So if you're going from different shoots or from the car to your bag. Or if you're just in the train station and you want to unhook it or hook it, there's a little lever right here that tightens it up. And so like I said, it's going to provide you to hook it up here on top. I don't have it quite that loose. There we go. So this is really nice because if you have your camera sitting in your car, you can and you have your hands full, you can just grab it like this and go from out of your car into your house or out of the train station until something else, you know. And then if you wanted to put it in your bag, you just unscrew it. And that thing gets pretty tight, so you know, you can just throw it around. I'm shaking it pretty hard right now. And so the couple screws, there you have it, just throw it in your bag and you're good to go. So as for the Nato handle, there's a cold shoe on the back and a cold shoe on top. There's plenty of 1/4" screws and 3/8" screws. What's really nice about this is that they included a little embedded area for an Allen wrench, so if you forget it, you know, you're never gonna forget. If you forget one in your bag, you're never gonna forget this one right here because it's set in there with magnets and it's not gonna come loose. So I'm gonna shake it around, see it's not gonna come loose. So that's pretty awesome. One thing that just came out was the MC11 lens support bracket, and one thing that was missing on the MC11 compared to the Metabones adapter was a tripod option for mounting. And with this new MC11 lens support bracket, there's really no reason for anybody to get a Metabones speed adapter unless you just want to go ahead and spend that extra, you know, $200 or so. Because with this setup, you can have MC11, which goes anywhere from like 150 to 200. And that's the time of the price that I was looking at it, and then the lens support bracket for about, I got it for 20 bucks on pre-order, but I think now it's probably $40. So you're looking at 250 compared to $500. So it's 50%. And then there are the little 1/4" tripod screws on the bottom. So if you have a bigger lens like the 1811 or 18 to 35 or the 50 to 100, you have a more center balance for that mounting option. So that's just going to screw on there with the Allen wrench that's provided and a screw. So let me just throw that in there. Now if you have the MC11 attached to the Sony a6500, you're going to have to undock those because you cannot take off the, and you want to take off the a6500 because of this little space for the Allen screw. You're not going to be able to pull the a6500 out of the cage. So let me just unscrew that. Unscrew that. Hear that click, and there you have it, the a6500 cage 1889 and the MC11 support bracket 2063 with the Nato handle. I believe it is the what is the Nato handle? 1955. So gotta throw that on there, and it's pretty snug. So so there you have it. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button or thumbs up button. Comment any questions you have or any ideas that you would like to see in future videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. There goes a sight from my soul.